Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keegan. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode 2, round 8 of the Supercoach Diaries. As you can see off the top, there is no face cam this week. There's no face cam because my recording area is an absolute mess and I don't want to be broadcasting that mess all over the internet. We've got stuff going on at home at the moment, so there's a lot of stuff squeezed into this small space, so we're just leaving it the way it is. So no face cam this week, hopefully face cam back next week. But on to more important things. You don't want to hear about my house, you want to hear about how my Supercoach team went. And as you can see, it went alright. 2100, top 8%, pretty good. Anything in the top 10% I'm pretty happy with. I've got to start getting my overall rank down. Yeah, top 8%, not a high score, 2100, just over 2100, so that tells me that a lot of people struggled this week and had sort of down weeks. A lot of the popular choices out there were either injured or just had down weeks, which is fair enough. The total score, 14,834, and the season rank is currently 36,492. I'm currently in the top 18%. What I want to do is I want to get in the top 5,000 again. So last year I finished in about 4,000. I think I mentioned last episode. Finished around 4,000. This season I want to finish around the same spot again, which is a huge jump from when I did this series a couple of years ago. I think I started in the top 20,000. I thought that was a really good goal. Now to be in the top 5,000 last season's great. I need to try and get back there again. Hopefully after a slow start to the season I can start doing that. So that's my team. 3 out of 4 league wins. Can't complain about that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to switch over to the more exciting page, which is looking at my players, looking at my team, talk you through some of my great players, some of my not so great players, and the 2 trades that I'm going to be making this week. So here's how my team finished up, how it ended for me. Yeah, look, wasn't an amazing week as I said before. But there's a few things there that I'm pretty happy with. So overall, looking at the back line, Zach Williams was probably the standout for the back line. Hearn and Smith also had solid games, but Zach Williams did really, really well. Really happy with that. He started as a mid-pricer. He had a very slow first few weeks, but he's really starting to ramp it up. It's average of 98, which I'm super excited about. Happy with that. Looking at other players, maybe rookies, Hoare is... He's been revelation. He played round 1, then had a few weeks off, and he's come back and he's absolutely going from strength to strength with Melbourne, which is great. It's good that he's playing well. He's staying in the team. He's going to get that price up, so we can look to trade him on for a premium, trade him up to a premium premium defender before too long, which is great. Looking at the midfield, I ended up going with the captaincy on Fife, which ended up being a really good choice. He was my highest scoring player other than Zach Williams. 124, that's fine for a captain. You probably want maybe 130 plus, but that might be getting a bit too greedy, asking a bit much. But 124 was really good. I was happy about the captaincy. Cripps was really good in Carlton's poor performance. McRae was okay. Oliver's a bit of a worry. 96, he's only just averaging over 100, which isn't great. He needs to be up over 110 really. So I'm backing him in to sort of turn it around when Melbourne start turning around. Hopefully not this week with Gold Coast. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure on how that's going to go for him. Rockcliffe, he's probably going to be an upgrade target, I reckon. Maybe he comes back. Port had a really rough game this week. Maybe in the showdown on Saturday, he might come back and have a good game. Who knows? Crouch, I'm probably going to try and upgrade him as well. Walsh is interesting. I think I'm going to keep him for the time being. Maybe at least another week. Maybe another week on top of that as well. He's playing midfield. He's playing a lot of midfield minutes in Carlton. His job security is absolutely top-notch. So yeah, he's probably going to stick around for a while. As far as my midfield goes for this round, we're going to switch them over. We're going to go Sydney Stack. What I've found with these 2 Richmond players, because I usually switch these guys around a fair bit, is Stack will... When Ross is on the bench, Ross will score well, and when Stack's on the bench, Stack will score well, and they never score well when I've got them in those positions. So I missed out on a few points with Sydney Stack on the bench this week, but he's on the team this week. He's averaging more, which is great. We're going to stick with him there. Ross was fine. Stack was great. Hayes was okay. not much more to say, really. Rucks, Grundy probably had a down week for him, 121 he's averaging at the moment. He only scored 108 in a big win against Port, which surprised me. Goldstein had a really good week as well. As I probably think I mentioned last week, I'm sort of up and down on Goldstein. Some days I'm really into him and really excited about him. Other days, not so much. This week, though, North Melbourne against Carlton, he had a really good game. Probably helped Carlton didn't really have a proper ruckman. Well, they had Andrew Phillips, but they didn't have a cruiser in there. So Goldstein was able to sort of direct traffic and do his own thing, and he scored really well. So he needs a bit more of that. By the end of the season, I probably would have upgraded him, but at the moment, if he's going to be scoring 114s for me, then I'm not going to complain. Dangerfield was injured, so he's one I'm going to have to watch. Hopefully he doesn't go down for the season, because I'm not 20 trades. I won't have a lot of trades left to replace premiums that get injured, so I don't really want Dangerfield to be injured. Tim Kelly's finally starting to repay the faith after I brought him in a few weeks ago. 120 on the weekend. The weekend just passed, which was great. Billings was 76. Look, not too bad. He's still averaging over 90, so I'm not too bummed by that. Warple, not great. Again, he needs to get up over 90, but I'm backing him in. Hawthorn, he's going to be getting a lot of midfield time with Hawthorn, so I imagine that score is going to be pretty consistent. Moore had a great week, 97, excellent, and Drew was fine for a rookie. So overall, decent performance, can do better, will do better this week. So here are the changes I'm going to make. Firstly, I think Whitfield's going to play, fingers crossed. We'll have to wait. And so actually, having looked at the team, Whitfield is still injured. I thought he might have been on the bench, but he's actually still injured. So I reckon what I might do with Whitfield is I might stick with him for one more week. And if he's still injured after that, I might have to consider trading him over. Hopefully, I brought him in and he got injured straight away. Totally the story of the year. So Whitfield's going to stay on the bench just for one more week. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take Scrimshaw and we're going to trade Scrimshaw. And I know who I'm going to trade him to because, well, he should be, actually, if I sort by highest price, he should be down here. You probably all have him in, I imagine anyway, or look to getting him in. And that would be... Where is he? It will be Noah Answorth. So he's averaging 70. Can't really complain about that. Taking out Scrimshaw's sort of at the top end. He's probably, if he makes any more money, it's not going to be a lot. So that's why I was tossing up between getting rid of Whitfield or Scrimshaw. So I've gone Scrimshaw just because I don't reckon he can make any more money. Whereas Whitfield, if Whitfield does come back next week, fingers crossed, he can go back into that A1 position. So we're gonna stick with that. But what we're also going to do is we're actually going to trade out Charlie Constable as well. Now he is another one that I don't think he's going to make a lot more money. And he's sort of not making us any money anyway. He's just sort of sitting there, not doing a lot. And he doesn't have a dual position, so I can't switch him around where I need him. So we're going to trade him out, but we're going to make a few little cheeky moves here. So we're going to switch Constable out. And then with that, I'm actually going to put either Answorth or Dersma in the middle. I think I'm going to put Answorth in the middle. And then from that, I'm going to switch Burgess here, who I'm going to switch him to the back line, which is good because he's a dual position. He's a forward and a back, and I've got Darcy Moore down, who's also a forward and back, so I can make some switches there. I can be a bit more flexible to cover injuries, so we're going to do that. And then with that, I've got 500,600. Oh my days! I've got that amount of money. I can't say that number for some reason. It's blocking me out. But anyway, I've got that amount of money, and I think I know who I'm going to get. So we're going to go, and if for anyone that is looking to get a rookie in this week, this guy might be definitely worth a look. I'm not going to bring him in. I don't really need a forward rookie at the moment, but for someone that might be looking to get a forward rookie, he could be a go. We're going to go all the way up, and we're going to go all the way up to... Where is he? I think he's right around 500. There we go. Caleb Daniel. We're going to bring Caleb Daniel in. The reason I'm bringing Caleb Daniel in is he's just been an absolutely mammoth performer for the season so far for the Dogs. I'm probably getting on him a little bit late, but he's still relatively cheap. I'm going to confirm these and then we're going to make some switches. So while I'm making the switches, I'll keep talking. So he's been a pretty cheap premium, but he's averaging 104, which is probably the best of my forwards. As you can see, all the averages here. So we're happy to have Caleb Daniel in, and we're definitely gonna stick with him. Any other changes I'm gonna make? This back line, if one of these guys does go out injured, could be a bit of an issue, but I could actually switch, but then that doesn't really matter. So yeah, so we're going to stick with that. Our emergency here, I'm probably going to make Jack Ross and then Setterfield or Drew. Let's take this off and let's stick Drew with the emergency. All right, so that's how my team's going to look this week. Pretty happy with it considering Whitfield is injured. So yeah, everyone's available. Everyone's playing. A lot of my rookies are playing, which is good news. Burgess is only really there for flexibility. I'll probably look to trade him down soon. Maybe trade him down and then change Whitfield to someone else possibly, or maybe trade him down and maybe do a slight upgrade to someone like a Darcy Moore or a Walsh when needed, or even a Brad Crouch. But that's the way my team's looking this week. As far as captaincy goes this week, I think we're going to go with... Oh, that's a good question. Who are we going to go with captains this week? So I want to sort of vice captain on the Saturday, and then the vice captain on the Saturday, let's go Cripper, because he's been playing pretty well. He's averaging 127, so he might go big against the old rival in Collingwood, even though it's not really a rivalry these days. And as far as the captaincy goes, I'm thinking we go with... Let's go with Fife again. Let's back Fife in again to be captain, because Richmond are playing... so Fremantle are playing Richmond. Richmond's midfield at the moment is a bit questionable, so not sure there. So Fife might have a big day out, so that's what the captains we're going to stick with. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching and just mostly listening, not seeing my face this week, but thank you for definitely tuning in. Thank you for watching another episode of Supercoach Diaries. Let me know. So I got a couple of people got in contact last week talking about the positions they're in, which is great. This week, I want you to tell me who's your secret weapon? And if you don't want to share a secret weapon, that's fine. But obviously, you can't check everyone's team. But who's your pick that is a bit of left field pick in your team that is performing well? I don't really have one. I think my closest probably left field pick, that my sort of player that not a lot of other people have, is probably Billings. Hopefully he pays me off soon and Billings gets a few big scores. But at the moment, Billings is probably my left field pick, my different pick. So yeah, that's my pick. Who's your pick? Who's your out of the box person in your team that's scoring really well, that's doing you really well this season that you want to let me know about? Do let me know in the comments below. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.